there are generally 3 times when you're going to add blinks. The first and kind of the most general one is when our eyes get dry. So when we're staring at something and our eyes start to dry out, we'll blink. That's it. In cases of animations, this is also where you can add a lot of subtext, because as a character, hey, Darlador, thanks so much for the sub. Hey, thanks so much. The sleepy subs. Hey. So you will blink when your eyes are dry. So this helps to add subtext. If your character is nervous, when you're nervous, your mouth dries out, your eyes dry out. So that means when you're nervous, you tend to blink more often. If your character is intense, they're not going to care that their eyes are drying out. They're focused on what they're looking at. So you don't get a blink, and it makes it uncomfortable when the characters start to really just stare and you don't have that blink, because shouldn't their eyes be drying out? Why are they still staring? What's going on? And man, is it hard to hold my eyes open when I'm this tired. I could feel it in, like, not in the eyelids, but like on top of my eyeball. It's like, what a weird feeling. There's going to be those. The other time that we will blink is when we have a reaction. So for example, if you bring your hand like close to someone's face and they don't expect it, they'll blink as a like defensive mechanism. This is also the same as people were mentioning in this chat, as a sneeze. We close our eyes when we sneeze because it's a reaction to an event. If someone like goes to smack you in the face, you're going to blink and flinch. Another reason that we blink is as a thought process. This is one of my favorite ones, is when your thought process changes, you will tend to blink. It's kind of like a visual indicator of the brain switching gears. So for example, I'm working on my animation, I'm just doing my thing, and then, wait, did I leave the oven on? My brain switched gears, and there was a blink that goes with it. So I'm doing something else, maybe I'm looking at my pen and it's like, wait, when did I sleep last? And there's a blink as you start thinking of a new topic. It doesn't always happen, but it's a good way to kind of show a little subtext in your character. When you know that your character should be thinking about a new thing, add a blink, and it kind of guides the audience to tell them, see? They're thinking of something new. The third main one is head turns. So right there, Pitar, you're ahead of me. I notice myself blinking when I change direction of where I look. We blink when we change direction. Whether we just use our eyes, we'll blink as we look in a different direction, or if we turn our head, we will most often blink. Not all the time, but most often we will. And this is a mental mechanism to avoid getting overstimulated. Basically, if you try this, keep your eyes open and do this. Just back and forth, and don't blink. You're going to start feeling a little dizzy, or like you're not going to be capturing any information anymore. There's going to reach a point where you're not looking at anything, it's a blur. The world is a blur around you. So what the blink does is it resets our eye. I'm looking over here, I turn my head, blink, open as my head stops moving, and I'm getting a still image. Not a moving, panning image, a still image. And that makes it easier for us to focus and get just simple images. Our brain doesn't like to try and capture a lot of movement. And when we're moving our whole head or our eyes, from our perspective, the entire world is spinning. That's a lot of motion to take in. So we have that blink to make things make more sense. Again, does that always happen? No, because when we're afraid, you're going to keep your eyes open because you want to spot any danger. So it doesn't always happen. but most of the time it will. And blaze shocks make you blink. That is a reactionary blink. So that's the same as a sneeze, as someone about to smack you in the face and you react. Anything like that is a reaction. It's just our body trying to protect our eyes. We see something coming and it's like, oh, protect them so we don't get blinded. So that is reactionary. So there's those 4 different things. It's reactionary, it's eyes drying out, thought process, and then head turn. Those are the main 4. See, I've heard of half blinks as well. I haven't researched it if we do it too. Yeah, we do half blinks. So it's not as common in real life, but there will be times where it's not, we call it a half blink. It's not a blink. It's just our eyes kind of readjusting, our eyelids readjusting, but it looks like half a blink. So we can put those in there and pepper them in to kind of break up. So it's not just blink, 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 blink all the time. It's blink, blink, half blink, 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 half blink, blink, blink. It just gives you something else to do. And we can pepper that in. You don't want to replace a very specific blink with it, but it does help quite a bit.